Hello everyone and welcome to the third round of Season 14 here in Division 2. My name is NLivePhoenix1, I'll be your commentator for tonight's race. I should be joined by Jonathan later. He'll be back in a little bit, hopefully at some point for qualifying still, or for the race, we'll see. Yeah, he'll just join whenever he's ready. Until then, I'll lead you through this qualifying session. Unfortunately, the Division 1 race was not streamed this week, but of course we are back for Division 2 nonetheless. Hopefully another good race in store. First two races very, very exciting, of course, with Sully grabbing the win in Spa and then Sean in Qatar. The two of them now in first and third in the standings, with Kuku actually in second, only 1 point behind Sean. Sully only 4 points behind Sean, Pinky only 9 behind, so yeah, very, very close top 4 there in the standings. Looks to be all dry at the minute for qualifying. I'll ask for a weather report. So yeah, quite likely qualifying should stay dry, I think, looking at this sky. All dry, thank you Mihai. And thank you Gabriel as well. So no rain for tonight's race. We get to enjoy a nice and simple dry session for both the quali and the race. That is what you want to see. I think especially on a track like COTA, which I would say you don't race on too often. It's one of the less popular tracks in the F1 game, at least in terms of being chosen for league races. So the drivers might have a little less experience with COTA. But yeah, we still have a decently sized grid today. We've got 16 drivers for tonight's race. In terms of new drivers, we don't actually have any new drivers. We do have Foltz, who is returning after a long, long time away from the league. He had a bit of a timeout, let's say. He was banned at some point, and he's now been unbanned. It's been long enough. He is sat on the silent corner for long enough. He's allowed back into the league. He was actually back then also removed from Division 2 for being too fast. But he hasn't played much since then, so he's allowed back in Division 2. We'll see how he does. I would expect him to be at the front, but not as dominant as he used to be. I think also the level in Division 2 has increased a bit since then. Dylan, he had a very, very good race in Division 1. He actually won the race on track, but he did have a 10-second penalty which dropped him to P2. But yeah, he was looking very, very good on Saturday. And of course, Division 1 and 2 always the same track each week, so yeah, that's why I'm even saying this. He was very, very strong around COTA in Division 1, so keep an eye on him for today. I wouldn't rule him out for the race win. But of course, the usual candidates, plenty of fast guys in this division. Sean Moole, the first one of them on track. Of course, last week's race winner and our champion the last 3 seasons in Division 2. Won 3 close title fights back to back to back. And he might be on the way to his next one. Currently our championship leader. Won the race in Qatar. We'll see what he can do today in COTA. He's the first one starting a qualifying lap, using a bit of overtake in the run towards turn 1, the hairpin. Uphill, he's going to brake just about the yellow flag indicator there on the right hand side. Misses the apex a little bit late in the power there on the exit. Not the best of lines through turn 1, I would say. Now into the S section, let's see. Does he take it completely flat? 1 and 2 flat, the third one flat, and the fourth one not quite flat. A little lift from Sean. Now to the fourth gear, even not fifth. Now back up to fifth, back up down to fourth. Maybe short to fifth gear. No, he stays in fourth gear all the way through the exit of the S section. And now down towards turn 11. Quite a crucial corner this. Need to get the exit just right, because a long straight is coming up after this. Clips the apex quite nicely. A bit late in the power once again. Sean being quite careful with the traction. He doesn't seem quite confident in that Sauber of his. But here we go then, down the back straight towards turn 12. The is activated, of course, braking just after the 150 meter board. Again, the car stopped on the apex, doesn't cut the corner as much as you can. You can cut that corner quite a bit and it gains you massive lap time. 102.1 in the middle sector from Sean. And now we go into the final third and the technical sector of the lap. Slow speed corners all the way through. Now turn 16, 17, 18 is a little Sochi turn 3 copy that COTA have put in. He is almost out of EIS as he approaches the final 2 corners. Let's see. Into the final corner he goes. What is lap time for Sean? That's a 1:32.493. And immediately behind him is the Alpine of Pinky with 31.7. So Pinky significantly faster. Then the McLaren of Bombolino starting a lap. Mihai in the final sector here as well. Foltz hasn't validated his first run of the session. Flavors a 33.0, Dylan a 32.3, quite far off Pinky there. It's not the best of first laps for Dylan as well. Then we have Pinky's teammate, Action Rick, coming up to the final corner here. Pinky still on pole position, a 31.7. We'll see where his teammate goes. Oh! His teammate goes round. That's where he goes. Well, we'll go on board to Gabby then, as he comes out the final corner as well. And he puts in a 31.996, only about 2.5 tenths off Pinky there. So right now, Pinky looking like he is setting the pace tonight. Pup Dog coming out the final corner as well now. Bit of a slide on the exit, lost him a good amount of time, a 32.6 in the end. 5th place for Pup Dog. Desi over the line now, 33.2, not the best of laps, he goes into 7th. Sully coming to the final corner, our first raceman of the season back in Spa. And he puts in a 32.631, 6th place for Sully. Bobodinho, the next one, will come across the line now. Pup Dog's McLaren teammate. He's got a big group of cars behind him, so I think we'll be about to see a lot more laps coming in. Bit of yellow flags there as well, though, and hopefully there isn't any blocking going on there. Jonathan, hello!
Hello.
Great timing. We are just in the middle of the first month of qualifying.
That's good timing then, yeah.
Bobodinho into 5th place there, a 32.5. Foltz coming up to the line once again, but he's not using EIS, so it seems he's abandoned the lap again for the 2nd time in a row. He will not be putting in a competitive lap time, so the tire is now quite old. Yeah, 37.1. Now on board with Mihai, who hasn't put a lap in yet. Kuko coming up to turn 1 as well. Not too many people without laps now. Only Marcelio, Mihai, Kuko, Lanky Brown, and Bazooka. Everybody else has put in some sort of lap time, although Action Rick and Foltz, yeah, not a competitive one. Mihai understeers off track in the 2nd to last corner and goes back to the pits. Oh! And he's crashed.
Oh.
That's the 2nd time in a row. He did this last game as well on around COTA. I distinctly remember that crash because I remember laughing at him. And he's just done the exact same thing. He understeered into the pit entry wall. And that's Mihai out of qualifying. At least this time I didn't laugh at him.
Kuko on a lap right now might get a tow from the Haas in front.
The Haas in front is Foltz. It's also on a lap, so hopefully he won't be slowing him down here.
Did I say Kuko or Kucho? I hope I said Kuko.
I don't know what he said. I wasn't listening. Well, I was listening, but not to your exact pronunciation. So yeah, Foltz is right ahead of Kuko here. So a bit of dirty air in the final sector, but of course it can also gain quite a bit with the slipstream. It's quite powerful this year. To the point that leagues like PSG are actually turning off collisions for qualifying to avoid slipstream being a thing and then restarting after qualifying. We've not been doing that so far, at least. We don't see the point. And Kuko, a 32.1 behind his teammate in 3rd place, Foltz in the 33.0 in 10th.
Marcelio on a lap at the moment.
Yeah, I think he might be the only one. Everybody else either on an out lap or in lap. Action Rick as well, I think. Yeah, he's up by 8 seconds. Action Rick and Marcelio are the 2 on laps right now. Action Rick with a 44.1, Marcelio without lap time, so effectively both without a lap time. Worth mentioning, Marcelio, he's not using his overtake, I think, on his hot laps, because he's got quite a bit of EIS left there, but he's also invalidated now.
Invalidated.
Yeah. Action Rick now, up to the final corner. Currently is 44.1, a massive improvement incoming here, and that's a 35.5. Still stays in 12th position after gaining 8 seconds. He's still about 2.3 seconds off 11th place there, so not the best of qualifying sessions for Action Rick so far.
I think Sean will be the next one to begin a lap.
Okay, our current championship leader, currently in 5th place. About, what's that, 7 tenths, 8 tenths of pole position?
Yeah.
Yeah, 7.5 between Pinky and Sean. So we'll see how much time Sean can gain here. Doesn't use overtake on the main straight. We'll see why he decides to use it later on. Into turn 1 he goes. Goes a little bit deep, bit late in the power once again, but looked a lot better than he did on the first time around. Should be some time game for Sean here. Now the S section. Can take most of this flat, the first 3 for sure. Oh, he actually lifts quite a bit for the third one. And I think that cost him a good amount of time. That didn't look too good.
Down.
Yeah. Not the best of first sectors by Sean here. He's still going though, he hasn't given up on the lap just yet. Still on board with him, there isn't anyone else on the hot lap at the moment. So we'll just keep watching Sean as he goes around and onto the back straight. Towards turn 12 now, the sun in his eyes. It's a little bit blinding around here. Let's see his sector split time just after this corner, that's where the 2 ends. Little bit deep and very late on the power. And that's a 3/10 time loss in sector 2. Sean not cooking. Pupdog, he is starting his lap now as he comes through sector 1. We'll see his S section in comparison to Sean's. Flat, flat, flat. Not quite flat, little lift. Oh, bit of a slide on the rear there. And he's invalidated. Pupdog's lap is over. Flavor's right behind him, up by 1.5 tenths. Currently on a 33.0. Desi is invalidated.
4 tenths to jump up.
We've got Dylan on lap as well now, but a massive slide out of turn 1 and a massive amount of time loss I think there as well. He's still going, and I thought he might abandon the lap because that looked very, very suboptimal from Dylan there. But we'll see. And he's, yeah, down by 1.5 tenths. Actually less than I thought he would be down by. Sean was down by more. Pupdog invalidated, yes. Bumbledini on lap as well right now. I didn't see his first sector. Up by 11 thousandths, there we go.
Flavor's now up by nearly 4 tenths.
Okay, so Flavor's doing quite well here. He might be able to beat Sully and Pupdog, but no, he's invalidated at the apex of turn 15, cut the corner.
And Sully also up by 4 tenths himself.
Okay, so the lap times are coming in fast now. Pupdog back in the pits. I think Sully is next across the line, so still what was Sully here in his Williams. Currently down in 8th place. He would have been hoping for much more in this Sully position, and he's about to get much more if he does actually bring that across the line. The 4/10 gain he had, that would jump him all the way into 4th place ahead of Dylan. Of course, maybe more time to gain the final sector. We'll see. Across the line, that's a 32.081. 3rd place for Sully as he gains exactly 5.5 tenths. And puts himself on the 2nd row of the grid. Bombardino goes even faster, 32.049, yes. Marcelio and Bazooka Joe currently on laps as well. The only ones, I believe. Bombardino, Sully and Dylan just finished theirs. Although, I'm not sure if Dylan is gonna go again here. Seems like it, because he's still using hot lap EIS mode, so he wasn't happy with that previous lap. Currently a 32.3.
From Marcelio, I don't know what that is like in comparison, because he hasn't got a delta yet.
I think I saw guys doing low 102s earlier, maybe even high 101, so it's about 1.5 seconds off maybe, off the pull time. So I think he'll be like around P10, we'll see. Only got 1 corner to go, and then we'll know for sure where he is at. Marcelio back on the power once again, all-tech mode enabled, Diaz open a 34.1 P12 in the end. Bazooka Joe with a 102.3 in the middle sector. Gabri up by 3 thousandths of a second in the first sector. Dylan coming up the back of Sully here. And not the best of spatial awareness there by the Williams driver, as he has definitely gotten in the way of Dylan there quite a bit. So, time loss for Dylan. Here's sector 2 split time. The game won't show me, thank you, Codemasters. But we'll see as he's coming through the final 2 corners. He's gonna finish the lap, so it will be an improvement for sure, I think. Very nice final corner, all the way on the white line down the apex, and a 32.0 jumps into 4th place. Gabri up by 2 tenths. At 31.7, I think he might finally fall. Very nice final corner by Gabri, and that should be a new pole position. Yes, it is a 31.561. BS Gabri, your pole sitter at the moment. Bazooka was at 32.8 on his previous run there. Lanky Brown is also going around now. Sully's teammate for tonight, he's a reserve, he's filling in at Williams. So hopefully for Williams some good points can be scored by him. Would be quite crucial for the Constructors' Championship. Bit of a slide coming out of second to last corner, he's caught it though. But of course, a little bit of time lost, and now over the line at a 33.276 12th place for Lanky Brown.
Sean has gone purple in the first sector.
Okay, we'll see. Middle sector, what's the split time? That is a 101.8, up by 3/10. So he might be able to jump into the second row here, maybe beating Dylan and Sully. If he can gain a bit more in the final sector as well. But I think Gabri and Pinky seem to be in a world of their own at the moment. No one really... Yeah, no one else in the 31s even. And Sean is invalidated! In the flat-out section of 17 and 18. That is Sean's lap over. He goes back to the pits. He might get one more in. 3 minutes to go. Yeah, he should be able to get out one more time here. Desi on the lap at the moment, up by 1 3/4 in the first sector. Apart from him, Lanky Brown and Gabri out on track, but I think they're both on their way back to the pit lane. Bombardino on an out lap as well. But apart from that, everybody else in the pit lane. So still move Desi to watch his hot lap, currently in 13th. He'll be hoping to maybe move into the top 10 flavors, a 33.0, that should be within range. Bottoming out all the way on the straight, you can hear the car scraping along the floor, very low to the ground there. And that's a 2.5 tenth time game in the middle sector. So if he gets the final sector right, that could be a top 10 starting position for Desi. And around a track like this, you definitely want to be as far towards the front as possible. That S section especially, you really don't want to be stuck behind cars that you're faster than they are. Of course, it is definitely possible to overtake, but not the easiest of tracks for overtaking, I would say. And for Desi, that's a 32.825, 9th place for him. Bombardino now on his final lap of the session, 1 minute 40 to go, so definitely no more chances after this. He's down by 57 thousandths in the first sector, so the first sector not ideal, but nothing lost yet. He can definitely recover from this in the second and third sector. Everybody else now on outlaps. Sully's still in the pit, so Sully will not be doing another lap, and same for Lanky Brown. Both Williams are done with the session. And Gabri as well, so Gabri and the 2 Williams and Desi are now done. Unless Desi is going for a second run on the same tyre, which I think he actually is, he's using overtake mode. But was still Bombardino because he actually has a good charge of ERS left, so he has a much more likely chance of improving here. And he's doing a 101.7 in the middle sector, up by 1.5 tenths. Maybe can put himself in the front row. If he gets the final sector right. Sully retired now, he's officially done. Bombardino coming up in the final 2 corners of the lap. In his McLaren. Can he put it on the front row? Can he maybe even get Gabri if he nails the final sector completely? Into the final corner he goes. And over the line. That is a 131.871. Gains close to 2 tenths, but it's not enough. He stays in 3rd place. See a Haas coming to the line. That is Bazooka starting a lap. Then a Red Bull. Dylan starting a lap. Then a Sauber. Sean starting a lap. Then a Haas. Full starting a lap. Who's furthest along? Flavors, maybe? No, he's out. Wait, who's the Mercedes then? What? Pub Dog, there we go, I found someone on the lap, finally. But he's below 10% ERS here, so he's used quite a bit at the start of the lap already. He's now at the point where the electric engine is less effective. He's down by 10th in the middle sector, so not the best of laps by Pub Dog here. Currently in 8th, and doesn't look to be improving, because even if he does improve a little bit, that won't be enough. He is over a 10th back from Sean, and over 4 tenths back from Kuko, sorry?
I think you're 10th and a half up after 2 sectors. It's gonna be close.
Alright, so let's watch Auto Pinky then, to watch his final sector. This could be a new pole position. I have 31.561 by Gabri to beat for Pinky here. Can he do it right in the end? The 2 of them, those seem to be the main competitors for pole, unless someone can put something out the back here. Pinky over the line, a 31.606, he can't do enough, but Dylan is still going. Up by close to 2/10 in the middle sector, and he was blocked by Sully in the third sector last time around, so keep an eye on Dylan. He might be able to steal pole position away right in the end. He's currently on a 32.070. Can Dylan do it right into death of this qualifying session? The timer has reached 0, everyone is on their last laps. No more chances after this. And Dylan, into the final corner he goes. If he gets this right, it could be pole position. Over the line, a 31.643, it's not quite enough, he goes into third place. Sean back in the pit lane, falls over the line, jumps into fifth, gains a full second there. And that's that. Qualifying is done. It is Gabri on pole position here for Ferrari, followed by Pinky and then Dylan, and how close is that? Just over, 82 thousandths of a second separating Gabri and Dylan in first and third, with Pinky pretty much bang on in the middle between them in terms of lap time, and Sean is disconnected. Alright, I sent Sean a new invite. And here we have the full qualifying results. The top three already went through those. Bobbardino in fourth, followed by Foltz, who improved massively right at the end. Sully in sixth, and then Kuku in seventh, Papdog in eighth, Sean in ninth, and Bazooka rounding out the top 10. Desi 11th, Flavors 12th, Marcelio 13th, Lanky Brown 14th, and Action Rick 15th, and Mihai having crashed out and not putting a time in qualifying. With that, we're ready for the race, hopefully. I think looking at the gaps in the front especially, this could be a good race. I am very, very excited for this American Grand Prix. Who would you say is the favourite from the race now?
Well, I mean, the favourite has to be the pole sitter, doesn't it?
It is Gabri, to be fair.
You make a good point.
I think if we were to research Gabri's pole to win conversion rate, it'd be even worse than Leclerc.
Leclerc would actually dunk on him in pole to win rates. Mihai has said he'll be leading after turn 1, so I'll back Mihai.
I mean, if Dylan had avoided speeding in the pits in Div 1, he'd have won Div 1, and he's starting in third place, so I'm gonna back Dylan.
I can definitely see that. He showed great pace.
Pinky was also running quite well in Division 1 before he got straight-lined by a certain Tony Itala. So, yeah, we do have a very fast top 3. Oh, okay. I thought I just got disconnected, but no, we're fine. My internet did cut out about an hour ago, so that was not ideal. But here we are.
Here we go.
Oh, again, communicating with online services. 5-foot lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. The race has gotten away, and Gabri with a decent start, but I think Pinky has pulled alongside there. On the inside, no he hasn't actually. Gabri is safely, oh no, there it goes. Pinky up the inside, bit of an optical illusion there, I'm sorry, and Pinky has taken the lead. From Gabri, Bobbardino and Dylan fighting over third there, but Dylan slightly ahead into the second. I think Bobbardino will have to pull out. And indeed he has, Dylan has taken third back from him. Mihai is round in the first corner. As per usual. Right, mostly mediums, a couple of hards, Foltz and Marcelio on the hards, everybody else starting on the mediums. You would expect mostly medium hard or hard medium. The soft is not very useful around the track. And now we have Kukro going for a move on Foltz, and Desi following through as well. Foltz on the hards struggling quite a bit. Of course, though, he's playing the long game, he should be fast at the end of the race. Dylan looking at the back of Gabri, 2 McLarens, a little squabble as well. Foltz and Desi still fighting. Foltz actually battling with Bazooka, with Flavors at this point. No, Desi, I'm an idiot. I'm on board with Flavors. How can I be confused in this scenario? Foltz has the inside line into turn 16 here, and he does come out ahead of the Aston Martin. Very nicely done. But I don't think this is over yet. Desi is yeah, definitely fast on this opening stage of the race. Those mediums, yeah, really showing their pace.
Yeah, the hards have not come to Foltz just yet. He's lost 3 positions already.
Dylan on the back of Gabri, up the inside of turn 1 he goes, and he does send it, and he does get him. Dylan back into the lead, and Sean is disconnected again. I'll re-invite him as quickly as I can. There we go. Invite sent to Sean. Foles has dropped out of DRS to the front runner, so a break in the train between Cuckoo and Foles. And of course, with how effective the DRS is in this game, that could be quite crucial. DRS enabled from lap 2 onwards, so it's already enabled. Oh, Pop Dog is going a bit deep there. That might invite Sully in for a little go, and easy burning overtake. Can he pull alongside the McLaren? He's not got a lot of ERS left, neither has Pop Dog. So here comes Sully. Up the inside he goes, down into turn 12, the Williams against the McLaren. And Sully has outbroken the McLaren. Up ahead, Bobbardino and Gabri fighting as well. Looks like Gabri has the advantage there on the inside line. Oh, nice switchback though by Bobbardino. Gabri, bit of an oversteer moment, and that does allow Bobbardino to go ahead. Gabri sends it back in there, gets it stopped on the apex just about, and he gets back into third place. But they have both lost ERS to the leaders now. Pop Dog having a look at Gabri, Sully, sorry, through turn 17, but Sully has come on ahead still. But look how close they're following now. Cuckoo invited in as well, as Pop Dog had to slow down a little bit to avoid going to the back of Sully. And the leaders, Pinky and Dylan, have now broken away from this train with all of that squabbling. So they'll be very, very happy to have seen that. Dylan not quite able to go for the move against Pinky yet. Maybe on next DRS straight. Desi and Flavors battling through turn 1 here. Bazooka having a look as well, getting involved as he comes around the outside of Desi into the S's, but that's never going to work out, and Desi stays in P10. At the front, Dylan is following Pinky very closely, and I think we are about to see a lead change, although Pinky has gained massively there on the run from turn 10 to turn 11. Now Dylan is burning some overtake, enabling the DRS. Penalty for faults already, only in lap 3, and he's already gotten the 3 warnings. And here comes Dylan. Not quite, but Bobbardino, he does get Gabriel with the DRS, and Sully tries to follow through, sends him up the inside of the Ferrari, and he has gotten ahead with the Williams. Beautiful send by Sully. And he goes up in the 4th, as Bobbardino is also overtaking Gabri. Cuckoo and Pop Dog fighting over 6. Oh, bit of wheel banging there, and some sparks flying, but all okay, it seems. Cuckoo trying to hang it around the outside. Contact mate!
Ooh,
and Cuckoo.
Yeah,
does he have damage? I don't think he does. The car did ghost, but he seems fine.
He looks okay.
Yeah. Some beautiful battles though here. In the chasing pack of Bobbardino, Sully, Gabri, Pop Dog and Cuckoo.
Pop Dog with a penalty.
The second penalty of the race. Both Folt and Pop Dog now with 3 seconds, and we're only 4 laps in. Lead change as Dylan has taken Pinky on the main straight. I thought he was going to do it on the back straight, but he has sent it into turn 1 actually. So I completely missed that one, I apologize, but I'm sure we'll see more lead changes given the DRS system on this game. Oh, Bobbardino with a mistake! Bobbardino! He's out! He's off! He spun it! In the middle of the S section, he's round. He's going to drop all the way outside the top 10 here as he rejoins at the back of this midfield train behind Marcelio in 13th now. And he picks up a 3-second time penalty. Here comes Pinky now.
Rubbing salt in moons, that.
With the run on Dylan, and Dylan is not defending it. Pinky reclaims the lead from Dylan. We actually went into non-ERS mode there. Are those two working together maybe?
Gabri could send it here, he does.
Oh, and he's fully locked up, and he made contact! That might be damage for Sully. I didn't see anything flying off, but it was quite a hard impact. Normally that should be giving you wing damage.
It looks okay.
They might have just gotten away with that, but Gabri, sending it in really, really late, fully locked up, at least in the spectator view. It does sometimes glitch out and he isn't actually locking up for the driver himself, but yeah.
Oh, it was a bit of a desperate lunge almost.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why he's done that. I mean,
like, it's so early on in the race, he doesn't have to make that move.
Yeah, we've all been playing this game for long enough to know you can just sit behind. There is no rush to make moves with the DRS, and especially the ES system this year.
It's not long before you get DRS again on the main straight.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not like Gabri is losing lots of time behind Sully. They seem to be pretty equal on pace, everyone in this group. But they are losing to the guys ahead. Pinky and Dylan, because those two, they're doing it very smart. They're not actually battling. They are simply flying past each other with DRS and gaining time compared to the cars behind them.
Pinky, a little slide.
Sully has
He's
dropped
okay,
out of DRS to Gabri. Might he have damage?
Maybe.
He's holding up Papdog quite a bit here as he
mistake.
goes up the inside already, before the DRS zone even. So Papdog can't wait. He does get DRS still. Kuko has been invited into the fight.
Kuko could get ahead of... Yeah, he does get ahead of Pubdog.
I think he might get both here. Kuko is now gonna pull
No
to the left hand
chance
side.
for Sully.
Dylan has taken the lead from Pinky once again, and Sully drops behind both Kuko and Papdog. Does he? No, he does actually hang around the outside of the McLaren. Now has the inside line for next corner. Can he pull this one off? Very nice battling there. Very respectful, leaving just about a cast with...
Ooh,
oh, and now there's a
damage.
winglet flying. That's Papdog with his front right end
Yeah,
plate.
Pubdog's lost his right.
Just as I say, very nice respectful battling. There goes Papdog's wing. I think what happened there is Sully had a snap of oversteer and they made contact because of that, which gave Papdog wing damage. We'll see if he pits. Yes, Papdog into the pits. I'm guessing onto
He
hard
goes to the end
tires.
from
He
here
can
anyway.
probably go to the end from here, so he'll have to do a big undercut. And then
They will be
hopefully...
annoying at the end, but they will make it.
Oh yeah, easily. You can do a full race distance on hards without issue.
Desi and Marcelio going with Will into the final corner here.
We had a safety car...
Towards turn 1.
we had a safety car in Division 1 around lap... was it 6 or something like that as well?
There's right
And-
now.
Yeah, I went to the end. The hards had about like 50% at the end, so they were completely fine. You could actually just do 27 laps on the hards. You could pit lap 1 and be fine. Of course, it's slower, but it is still fast in the two-stop. And Papdog indeed has gone onto the hards. The safety car would probably still be quite helpful for him, so he can get back onto a more normal strategy. Marcelio now, up the inside of Flavors he goes, and he goes very deep, off track completely. Oh, Flavors!
Ooh. Flavors
snap
and
of
a
oversteer, and he-
Desi to go off the track, and almost. And
Dylan and
Desi
Pinky has
rejoins
swapped once again.
12th.
Bobbardinho on his comeback drive here, he's already back up to 8th. He's made his way through this little group. Next car ahead of him is Bazooka, but there's a 4-second gap between him and Bobbardinho. So a lot of work to do for the McLaren driver. Both Bobbardinho and Papdog with significant
Contact, I think.
work to do, yeah, and Marcelio practically pushing him through the corner there.
Yeah. His wing seems fine anyway. No actual damage, it was just the visual from the game.
Lead change again, and still overtakes Pinky for the lead, and Pinky had turned his ES as well, so yeah, those two are definitely working together here a little bit for mutual benefit to simply extend the gap to cars behind as much as possible. Coco and Gabri, two Ferraris. The gap is now stabilized, so I think these two are doing the same. They are not fighting each other, they are simply working together to get closer to the front runners and further away from the cars behind them, as Foltz is now in the DRS of Sully and all on the back of the Williams. But the car is quite understeer for Foltz.
Flavors is all over the place at the moment. Almost holding up this pack.
Lanky Brown now with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. As he is all over the back of the Mercedes up ahead. Marcelio has stayed very close to Bobbardinho, so Bobbardinho does not quite seem to have the same pace he had at the start. Not sure if there's some damage from McLaren. Might be. I don't see any, but there might still be some. Who knows? Marcelio, there he goes, DRS enabled, and he does get the overtake done on Bobbardinho, back up into 8th place. Or does he? Bobbardinho hangs around the outside again. And he has gotten back up to 8. Bobbardinho, very nice move there. Marcelio is still there though. Has to leave in the room. And now Marcelio with the inside line to next corner. A beautiful battle here as Bobbardinho goes a little bit wide. Flavors has to look up the entire, gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And now Lanky Brown has got the inside line against Mercedes into the flat out right-hander. Oh! And as contact made, Flavors is completely off the track. Rejoins there side by side with Desi. And in 12th place. And now Sean having a look as well. We've got Bobbardinho into the pit lane. So both McLarens with very early stops. Sean now with a 3-second time penalty. And Sean is off! Sean has lost his wing there as he spins, coming out the final corner.
Safety
And it's
car.
a safety car. Full core safety car there. Sean loses his wing on the main straight. And that spices up the race quite a bit.
Terrible timing for Burbandinho.
Yeah, he just came into the pits. Yeah, that really could not have been much worse timing. Sean Moore has left the session again. I'm not sure if that's now a rage quit or... I mean, well, why would he not? It's not really...
Ooh, the McLarens have made contact.
What, I have to got a penalty or what?
Hasn't given them one, but...
Okay.
So
you just saw them crash into each other. That's funny.
Pretty much.
Yeah, okay,
more like
I'm guessing
one tried to
this
get
is
around the
quite bad
outside.
for Falls and Marcelio. Because they don't have fresh hearts.
Yeah.
So they... 20
They
lap
will
of
have to try to
medium.
do medium, or go medium and pit back onto the hards and go from there.
Yeah, no matter what they do, they have a terrible strategy now. They can either use this... Yeah, they can either pit twice and go back to that hard and carry that to the end, which they will have a significant disadvantage, or they can pit for mediums, which... Wow, I'm not sure those are making it to the end. So they have to hope for another safety car now. So they can do maybe a medium soft or medium medium.
Mihai almost trying to push past Sean's AI, but...
And of course, everyone is in. Dylan, Pinky, Kuko. Gabri will have a double stack, so he's likely to drop behind Sully here. Same goes for Bazooka, but he's got a big gap behind, so he'll stay where he is. But Marcelio in, Lanky Brown in, Desi in. Flavor staying out, interestingly. Sean is not back in the lobby, but I'm very confident the AI will pit anyway to get that wing changed.
Sully comes out ahead of Gabri.
Yeah, like I thought, with a double stack. Flavors comes out in 3rd place.
In fact, Gabri
I was gonna say,
the
this safety car has brought back the chasing pack into the leading pack, but with Flavors in the middle of them now, he might have just ruined that.
Felix, Gabri's lost out to Foles.
Oh wow, Gabri's lost quite a bit there. Good point, he's lost to both Sully and Folds, yeah. Folds on the fresh mediums now, so he is one to keep an eye on the restart. He should be very fast. We saw this happen to Folds at the start, where he had the hards, everybody else had the mediums, and he was dropping down like a stone. Now he'll be doing the opposite, but of course, how long will that last for him? And the same goes for Marcelio as well, both of them on the mediums.
I'm surprised he dropped that far back, because it was a 1.8 stop. I know he lost time obviously being behind Kuka, but 1.8 should have still at least kept him ahead of Foles.
I think it's a 1.8 only in the numbers, because when I get the double stack stop, it always says 1.8, but I feel like you can't actually exit the pits until a normal pit stop time has been reached anyway. Because I feel like the timer stops before the tire is actually on for some reason, when you get a double stack. It's weird. Yeah, I'm not sure what Flayers is doing either, what the game plan is here, why he stayed out.
I mean, he's gained a lot.
Pinky and Dylan are having some interesting shenanigans, but now they've sorted it out, okay.
I don't think it's the worst idea I've ever seen for a safety car. He stayed out.
I think it is, because he's just screwed himself completely. He has to make another stop now, where everybody else is going to the end.
Yeah, but he was already in the low down points at best anyway.
Yeah. I just don't see what he stands to gain from this, really. It's me, I got a fixed example. How are you cutting corners on a safety car? It's not that hard. And Sean is gone again. That man's internet is completely gone. I mean, I'll invite him again, but at what point do you just give up? I'm sure Flavors has some kind of idea what he's gonna gain from this. Maybe he's hoping for another safety car shortly after, and he's still somewhere near the front, and maybe he can pit again and have a tire advantage, or everybody else pits and he also gets track position while not having a tire disadvantage anymore. I'm not sure. It's definitely a gamble. If there's no more safety cars after this, it's the worst strategy you could have done, really. So it's very much reliant on another safety car for this to work out. Especially, we're not far away from the normal pit stop window anyway. I think you pit around lap like 13, 14?
Something like that.
Yeah. So those mediums will be quite worn out at this point. Sean is back in again. Safety car should be in at the end of this lap. Everyone is caught up. And with Flavors in between Pinky and Kuko, Pinky and Dylan will hopefully for them, be able to take advantage of that. They're gonna want to build a 1 second gap. And Sean is gone again. He's been in the lobby for like 10 seconds. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Pinky and Dylan are gonna try and build a 1 second gap, while Kuko, Sully, Falls, Gabri and so on are still stuck behind Flavors. So they can do the same thing they were doing before the safety car and just run away from the field between themselves. And then probably wait until the last lap, until they actually start properly battling. Safety car has been called in. Dylan will conduct the restart. You can decide when to go, of course. Has to wait a little bit to actually get the gap to the safety car first. We'll see when he goes. Tires will be very, very cold, the hard compound. They are impossible to get warm under safety car. So Foltz will have a major advantage here. With his mediums and Marcelio as well. Foltz, Marcelio and Flavors to an extent, although his tires are so worn I don't think it'll matter. Because their tires will be up to temperature much better and yeah, they have more grip at the restart. Sean Moon is back in again. Dylan is still weaving, warming those tires up, and now he's gone.
He's gone now.
Just before the final corner. And out the final corner he goes. He's already got a decent gap to Pinky there, about 6/10, so he's not in danger of being overtaken.
Flavors already overtaken.
Yeah, immediately been overtaken by Kuko. But Sully stuck behind. Kuko into third. Sully on the exit.
No,
gets lost in Mercedes. Can he go around the outside here? Look at Falls as well down the inside. Falls around! He's caught it.
Down, he's actually done pretty well there.
Nah, very nice. I thought he was in the barrier. I thought it's over for him. And now he goes around,
no,
gets over his teammate Bazooka. A beautiful move. Oh!
Oh, he's off again. He's kept it though. He has kept it.
Yeah, both times you have to say.
Good save.
Yeah, both times good save, but what does it say if you're crashing? Oh, well, not crashing, but if you're making contact with people twice in like 10 corners? And almost coming out the race. He's being quite aggressive at the restart here, as he has to be on those tires. Sully has gotten Flavors in the meantime, and now Gabri as well, but they have both dropped quite far back from the car ahead.
Again. Those mediums are really lighting up for him. You can tell.
Yeah, as he goes to the move on Pop Dog here. And he is...
Oh, that's very
puts
deep.
him off track, and now Marcelio on the outside line, there he comes. He's passed both of them.
Oh, there's a wing falling off there. Don't know whose wing that is, but there's an end plate gone.
Foltz sends it back on the inside of Pop Dog, gets it stopped on the apex, just about. Lots of scrabbling going on here as Flavors is holding up everyone up ahead. Bazooka's gotten past him. Gabri's dropped back quite a bit. What happened to Gabri?
Burbadinho, he's lost his end plate.
Oh, okay. Once again, damage for one of the McLaren cars. They are not having an awful day here in COTA. She still tries to hang around instead of Gabri, but it's never gonna work. And here comes Marcelio up the inside, through the final corner. Complete chaos in the midfield. I can't stay on top of anything here.
Oh my god, are they gonna
3 wide, 4 wide into turn 1? Oh my goodness me. Flavors goes completely off the track. Marcelio slips through. Marcelio into 6. Bombardino goes ahead of Flavors as well. And there comes Gabri. And I think Flavors is round. Yes, Flavors is round.
Right there. Yeah, that strategy just has not worked for him, trying to stay out. His tires are cooked.
Yeah, if you're being overtaken from like left, right, center, everywhere, it's quite likely you're just getting involved in the crash at some point, which is another issue with that strategy. And yeah, in the end he's now back down to 15th and has a tire disadvantage and nothing to show for it. Very unfortunate for Flavors. As Mihai is passing Lanky Brown for P11.
Mihai was very far down the field, but now he's closing in on the points.
Yeah, Flavors held this pack up so much that everybody like sort of close in, and it's very compact now. As Marcelio and Bombardino are fighting over 6th place here. Marcelio does get ahead at the end. Papdog and Bombardino trying to switch back Papdog though, alongside Gabri here. Tries to hang around the outside, but not possible. Foltz actually sneaked in there as well now.
Yeah.
He tries to hang all the way around the outside. Is that possible for him? Probably not, just too shallow an angle for next corner. Oh, he does actually get in there. Oh, they make contact. Foltz once again has to catch the car.
Save again.
Yeah. He keeps doing this. I'm surprised he hasn't actually binned it at this point. 3 times now he's been, yeah.
He's playing with fire.
Yeah, at some point it's gonna go wrong. Oh, Foltz has to look up the inside. Bit twitchy on the brakes as he thought about descent. Flavors retiring in the pits.
Out in the pits, okay. Sean is back in.
At the front, we've got the top 3 of Pinky, Dylan and Kuko running away from the field. 3 seconds of gap between them and Solid, another 3 seconds to Bazooka. So, yeah, Flavors blocking everyone has worked out very well for them. And Kuko will be thanking his lucky stars he jumped Flavors off the restart, because he is gonna be very happy he wasn't involved in all that.
I suppose the battle for the front is probably a little different now, because they can't just... It's not gonna be just you pass, I pass. There's no 3 drivers involved.
I feel like it still might be, because if you're in 3rd place, like, what do you gain from going up to 2nd and then maybe 1st? Because you'll just drop back to 3rd like 2 laps later.
Yeah.
They're still gonna wait to start properly battling until the end.
Oh, wow, that's nearly a very aggressive lunge from Pub Dog. And just behind them, Folds really wants to get a move on here. He thinks he has the pace to get past.
He definitely does on those medium tires. He's just not able to get those moves done.
The longer he stays behind here, the more he's gonna lose. That's what he's probably thinking as well. He has to get past. He keeps, I suppose, he's been treading on thin waters with these moves he's tried. And then
burning for overtake now. Pupdog covering the middle of the track. Folds, shows him the dummy, goes to the outside. Can he hang around the outside? No, maybe a switchback. Oh, beautiful, but doesn't quite. Oh, contact mate! Pupdog moved over quite far to the left there. Folds once again catching it. This time I wouldn't put any blame on him. I'm not sure what Pupdog was doing there, moving all the way back to the left hand side with Folds on his left. But nothing happened, everyone is fine. Beautiful helicopter shot here. So we see the cars moving through the S section. So many cars so close together here. Marcelio leading this train from 6th place to, well, all the way to 13th here with Lanky Brown and Desi battling over it. Lanky Brown does have the wing damage as well, I think, on the front left end plate. So both Lanky Brown and Bombardino with wing damage. Pinky has reclaimed the lead from Dylan. As Bombardino goes for the move from Marcelio. And he moves ahead.
Bombardino has that end plate damage on the left side. It doesn't seem to be impacting
him too much though, because he has just made a move from Marcelio. He's up into 6th. And he hasn't been... Gabri hasn't been all over him before either.
Yeah, you have to say this has been a nightmare race for Gabri.
Yeah, good.
First, and currently 8th.
He hasn't had that one like spin or crash or anything, but he's just been after the safety car restart.
Just fallen.
Yeah, he didn't have the best of starts, and then
like he was 5th before the Bourbon. Who is it that lost it early on? It was in the front 3 anyway. He went back up to 4th.
I don't know.
And then now he's back down to 8th.
Yeah, he didn't have a good safety car restart, and he's just been stuck behind in the train. Yeah, not the best of races for Gabri.
But
we are just over the halfway mark. The thing is, he doesn't have penalties. As long as he don't have penalties, I think nothing is lost. A late safety car could spice up everything.
That's true. So we should see another change for the lead.
Also have faults all over the back of here of Gabri on those mediums. He always has to look up the inside in the corner, then moves back into the slipstream. Interesting to do all that. Puts a lot of wear on the tires. Surprised he's doing that, which maybe he's thinking about a 2-stop, so he doesn't need to save the tire. Gabri makes a move Marcelio as he goes up into 7th. And he has gotten the V-Cup. Folds can't follow through. Mihai has overtaken Pupdog for 10th. Now Folds
head back into the points.
Gets Marcelio, Folds up into 8th. Oh, Marcelio goes into the back of the Haas. That's wing damage to Marcelio, and Folds pushed offline. Mihai now on the inside of the V-Cup. And Pupdog moves all the way around the outside. Oh, contact mate! And that's wing damage from Mihai. Both Marcelio and Mihai with damage. Marcelio goes in, Mihai stays out.
Into the pits. Mihai was a victim there, really.
It looked a little similar to
Gabri up the inside into turn 1.
Okay, there we go.
Makes
Gabri
it
back
stick.
up to 6th. It's Pop Dog
Yeah,
and Mihai.
that front
battling
left
turn
end
one.
plate now gone. That's very unfortunate for him. He's now in the points and will struggle to keep that now. Especially with his penalty, and Desi has no penalty.
Yeah, and through no follows on, I would say. I think Pop Dog was trying to fit a car into a gap that wasn't really there. It looked like they were 3 wide and Pop Dog was in the middle.
Yeah, Publo looked behind both of them and then tried to enter that gap that wasn't really there.
Yeah. Dylan with the move on Pinky. Sully with
Sully.
a disconnect. So we can't really watch this battle right now. I need to get Sully an invite as soon as possible.
Fold is gaining on... not really actually.
There's been
Yes,
quite a
they
few
behind.
disconnects today. Sean, Sully. Well, that's it actually, I think.
Lanky Brown with his damage up down the inside of Desi.
Yeah, this is helping Mihai to build a gap with a the penalty he has. Those two men.
And he
Dylan with a
gets
penalty.
Through. Ooh, that's
And
not
that's
good for
massive.
him.
That will cost him the race win, I think. It's going to be very tough for him to win the
Bazooka
race with the
on
penalty.
Sully, who
Bazooka
is not
gets
come back
4th
into
place
the
off
race
Sully.
yet. Sully really needs to get back in quick or he'll fall behind this train of cars.
Desi
And
reroll
that
takes
would
Lanky Brown.
completely
Mihai's in the
ruin
pits.
his race.
Mihai off
Left
pit
field
stop
for
now,
Mihai.
back onto the mediums. And a wing change as well. Sully is almost dropped into the train of Gabri, Bordinho, Falls and Pablo now.
Yeah, if he could... this could be race ruined here if he falls too far behind. He's about to lose 3 positions in 1 here.
Yeah, Gabi has gotten them. Bobadinho and Falls are about to as well. He's back in the
He
lobby
is
now,
back in the lobby, but
but he's
he
already
will be
backed up to
down
8th,
in
and
at
I think he'll
least
lose
8th.
maybe to Paplock as well now. Sully dropping from 4th place all the way to 8th or 9th. Rather unfortunate for Sully, as we have battling up ahead, Falls and Bobadinho. And Bobadinho comes out ahead despite the wing damage, but Falls now has a look up the inside again. And they make contact. Falls pushes his way through on the inside. Pinky with a penalty now. Both Pinky and Dylan with 3-second penalties, and Kuko, well, he's in heaven at this point.
Bobadinho manages to stay ahead.
The last 2 weeks, Kuko has been very annoyed at his time penalties, and now he'll be a massive fan of this track limit system, and is about to bring him a race win.
Falls once again looking to make a move. There's yellow flags for...
Not sure what for, no one is stopped there.
no one looks to be stopped, yeah.
Falls got Bobadinho.
It feels slightly more spread out now. It's rather mini trains rather than big trains.
Lanky Brown with another time penalty. We can open the time penalties up. We've got 9 for Mihai and Lanky Brown, 6 for Pop Dog and Bobadinho, and then 3 for Pinky, Dylan, Falls, and Sean.
Just going to the lead.
Yeah, at this point, Dylan and Pinky need to try and build a gap to Kuko. Otherwise,
That could be
Kuko can
easy.
simply cruise in 3rd place to the line and win the race. Bobadinho goes for a move on Falls once again. But he can't hang around yet out the wing damage. Tries to switch back, but doesn't have the traction to do that either. And now Sully is all on back of the McLaren. Bobadinho sends it up the inside of Falls. But once again, the wing damage. Dylan is in the pits. What? Dylan? What? What?
That's... What?
What? Dylan, what are you doing?
It's gonna come out in its... into 9th.
There's only 9 laps to go. What is the strategy call? He's thrown away a podium for no reason. He's come on in 9th. I mean, he does have fresh mediums. He'll come back towards the
He
front,
should
but
get at least P5.
what was the thought process, Dylan?
He's not getting near enough to...
How? Gap to leader.
This is bizarre.
18. He needs to gain 2 seconds a lap until the end.
That's not happening.
And that's while going through all these cars up ahead. And then get the penalty gap to Cuckoo as well. What a strategy call by Dylan. Well,
I guess we'll see shortly how it...
Oh, he already sends it on Pub Dog! And what a move! Fair play. He's got it stopped.
Bit of contact, but nothing...
Ah, but if we back
no
and it's nothing. It's racing. Now ahead, slowly with the move from Bobardino. And now here comes Dylan.
Switch back. He's gonna want to get past quick.
Oh, Dylan with it send up the inside.
Ooh.
Gets given the space by Sully. That was very risky by Dylan though.
Purple in sector 2, as he needs to be.
Yeah, he needs to get like past these cars immediately. Get to leader. He's already gained 2 seconds to be fair, while going through these cars.
But
maybe Dylan knows something we don't.
At the same time, he needs to gain more than 2 seconds now, because he won't gain more than 2 seconds later.
Oh, I think I know what Dylan is doing. Because, in Division 1, he also caught me. When I did the long hard stint, and he went for mediums with, I don't know when he went for mediums, but definitely earlier than it is.
He was quick towards the end of that race.
Yeah, he caught me and he gapped me. If he didn't have a 10-second penalty for speeding, I would have won. He would have won. Sorry, but it gave me back the race win.
But he is 16 seconds, 17 seconds off the lead.
Yeah, he's gonna overtake Falls on the next DRS straight, and now he'll have about 4 seconds of cleaning out to Gabri. The thing is, once he gets past this train, everybody else is on their own, so they'll be much easier to overtake. Oh my God, Dylan, what a send! Gets it stopped. Falls.
And he gets DRS as well.
Falls I think Falls let him go because he didn't want to have an incident with the guy who's gonna pass him soon anyway, even if he doesn't get that move done. So Falls just kind of left the door open there.
So
did he? Oh, Falls looks to come the inside. Oh, contact mate. But they're both fine.
Bit of a pointless move really. Dylan's got way fresher tyres.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan for Falls was. Even if he gets him there, he'll just be overtaken half a lap later. Pub Dog and Sully fighting over 8th there, and Pub Dog on the inside line has the advantage, but Sully maybe superior traction on the outside. Yes, there he goes. Back up into 8th. Oh, Pub Dog! Oh, almost lost the car there as he went to the flat out right-hander. Gap to leader, 16.7.
Oh wow, there's 3 wide here into the end, sector 3.
Sean, Mihai and Marcelio. What a collection of drivers. Sean Mull, I'm certain, will be very, very happy with himself for being in this battle. Sean with the constant disconnects dropped back quite a bit. So even though Marcelio and Mihai had to make a wing change, they are still now battling Sean. And with much better tyres than him.
You'd assume Sean will try to go for the fastest lap at the end of the race.
Yeah, probably. Back. Oh, Sean!
Oh, the slide. The gap down to 15.9 for Dylan.
This is not going to happen. This is not going to happen.
Not near enough.
I think he'll get 3rd.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not far. He's not far off the back of Gabri and Bazooka.
That's thrown away 3 points for no reason.
Yeah, he could have had a 2nd place still, and now he's going to have a 3rd and nothing more. Does he even have fastest lap?
Not yet.
Yeah, he does.
Oh. Must be his own.
3-way fight between the McLarens and Sully. Sully in the middle of them. And they make a bit of contact. Pub Dog comes to Sully. Almost round.
Just about kept it.
Yeah, he has caught it, but he has lost out to both of them now. Fascinating to me is Foles has already lost 3.5 seconds to Dylan. But Foles is actually doing rather well on those 12 level mediums, still be hanging on to the 6th place here.
Yeah.
But the question is if those mediums can last in the end without a puncture. Bobardino with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That's his third one of the race. Now he's now on 9 seconds.
Dylan with another fastest lap.
Marcelio and Mihai battling once again in the final sector here. Mihai comes out ahead of the V-card man.
Dylan will get DRS and Gabri down the next straight.
Yeah, that should be a rather easy move. He is quite low on ERS, but still the tyre advantage is so big I don't think there's much sense for Gabri to defend against that. Sean now with the time penalty. And a VSC,
VSC.
as there's been
10
a
seconds
crash.
from
Marcelio
Mihai.
is around at the final corner. There's a wing as well, and a 10-second penalty for Mihai for a severe collision. A full course safety car! Full course safety car!
No.
Yes!
Oh, yes, yes.
It's coming out the pits right
Coming out
now.
the pits. It just hasn't
And that
updated
throws
on the screen.
everything upside down.
What does Dylan do here?
I mean, for penalty, you need to pit. Because he's not going to build a gap while being on all tires. Even if it's only 3 laps.
Yeah, but fresh softs will die.
Will they? 6 laps?
Yes. Do you remember how Tom in Div 1?
Yeah, but after 6 laps he was still gaining. Not much, but he was still gaining. So I think 6 laps is about the...
But that was gaining on your ancient hards.
Fair point. We'll see what they do. If they go medium... I mean, the guys in all tires definitely pit. It's just a question of mediums or softs. Dylan is the only one where I'll say it's questionable if you pit or not. Of course, Pinky is in, Cuckoo is in. There was no question about those guys. Just a question of what they go to. I would guess softs. Because, especially if you're Pinky, you need to build a gap early to get 3 seconds.
Gabri in, Dylan stays out.
Softs for both Pinky and Cuckoo.
So Dylan will take the lead of this race, I think. Should do.
Burnings will all take down the main straight. Yeah, it's close. Yeah, but he has got the lead.
I'm presuming he isn't.
Bazooka softs, Gabri softs, Fultz is in, everyone is in. Softs for Fultz as well, a bit of a double stack, and both Haas and McLaren. So Bobbardino might lose out. I think Fultz is fine. Oh, wing change for Fultz as well. So he had wing damage the entire time as well. And he comes out in 8th behind Sully. Wing change for Lanky Brown and a double stack, so he's going to lose majorly here in the pit lane.
Mihai will be able to serve that 10 seconds here, and will only lose out to Marcelio. But it will be a long pit stop for him. It'll feel like an eternity.
Well, I mean, if you're 14th, you're 14th. It doesn't matter if you're 10 seconds or 15 seconds behind on the safety car. You can just, if anything, it's better for him to be further behind.
3 seconds.
On the safety car, second time it's happened this race. Both Lanky Brown and Mihai have now gotten penalties on the safety car. And Marcelio with a penalty served and a wing change as well, so he might actually stay behind Mihai. Indeed. Mihai
Yes.
comes out in 13th. So every single car, apart from the area of Actrowick and Dylan, now on fresh softs. A sprint race to the line.
I suppose when I said about soft dying, I was thinking 6 racing laps. We're gonna have 3 safety car laps here.
We'll see how long the safety car stays out. It's gonna wait for
I don't
Actrowick,
blame
so that
Dylan
will
for
take a
staying
while.
out though. I do not blame him.
Yeah, the thing is, because Dylan has a 3-second penalty, that's why I would...
has to
Normally I would
hope.
agree you stay out, but with the penalty, you need to build gaps to the cars behind you.
Yes, to build gaps you have to be in front.
Yes, but you're not gonna... Like, he's gonna stay right in front of them instead of pulling away, that's the problem. He can't be faster than the cars behind him now. Well, he can, but they have to drive quite bad for him to be faster.
He can hope they fight. Because I don't think he would have been 5th.
Well, now he's also 5th.
What?
But if you add his penalty, he'll be 5th. Well, 4th with Pinky, but Pinky will overtake him.
Yeah. Suppose. But it will. The field should spread a little bit between now and the end.
Yeah, we'll see where Dylan ends up. But in terms of the race win, it's now between Cuckoo, Bazooka, and Gabri.
Okay.
If we have the time, I'll quickly check.
Foles
settings.
10-second penalty.
Cuckoo,
What has happened there?
he's got two warnings. Bazooka, 2, 3. Okay, that can't be through. Gabri.
Well, it could have been a collision warning there.
Yeah, Gabri, not got any warnings.
Foles got a 10-second penalty, by the way.
Okay, Cuckoo has 2 track limit warnings. Bazooka has got 1. Collision. Bazooka and Kuko both on 2 warnings, Gabri on 1 warning. And yeah, fall to 10 seconds for a severe collision with Sully. Action Big should catch at the end of this lap, so Sejka should be in now. End of lap 24.
We'll have 4 laps.
Kuko now definitely still the favorite to win this race, but the safety guard has brought Bazooka and Gabri back into the fight, and they don't have penalties unlike Dylan and Pinky. So the race for the win is back on. Kuko's gonna have to fight it out against Bazooka and Gabri. Next car without penalties is Desi in 9th. So he's got 3 cars in between him, Gabri, Bazooka and Kuko, so don't think Desi will be much of a factor in the fight for the win.
Dylan nearly spun weaving his tires.
Yeah, Dylan will also have a much harder time getting those mediums up to temperature than the softs. The softs actually get up to temperature rather well even under safety conditions. So the soft runners will be pretty much fine. So, safety gets called in. Dylan could go at any moment he wants to. Safety gets back in the pits now. And he has gone very early. Which is an unusual strategy if you're on the medium compound. You probably want to go later.
Has been caught out by that a bit.
Yeah, Kuko has been caught out, but Pinky has not been caught out at all. That might be brilliant for Pinky. If Pinky can jump Dylan to turn 1, he might actually have a chance of winning this race if he can then build a gap. Let's see, Pinky is gonna send it, he has to. And he does. Pinky up the inside, gets to the apex first and takes lead of the race.
That's a complete corner cut, surely.
Probably a warning, you can check if you want, I'll keep commentating. But I mean, if you got a penalty, you might as well take another warning if you don't, if you're not at 5.
What lap are we on?
25.
Yes, he got a warning.
Yeah, fair enough. But what do you know with the penalty? Another, I think it's now 12 seconds. So, and now Pinky, what he needs to do here is build a gap to Dylan. And hope that Dylan holds on the cars behind him. That could be Pinky's ticket to winning this race. And Kuko himself, he needs to get around Dylan as soon as possible to make sure that doesn't happen. Does Kuko have a run on Dylan? I think he's a bit too far behind here. It's a very calm restart. There's been like barely any battling.
Yeah.
There's no one like who's way off the pace this time around, like Flavors was last time around on those old mediums. We've got Foltz and Sully fighting over 7th, and Foltz does get off the Williams. Claims 7th place for him.
Don't forget Foltz has a 10-second penalty for a collision with Sully. I don't know what happened under safety car, but something did happen.
Good point.
So
Dylan is staying in DRS range to Pinky, but only just.
From
of course, it'll be a second to go.
Side by side.
Oh! I thought this was going to be around there, but Bobodinho and Desi are fine. But they're still side by side. On the end, though, the McLaren does pull ahead of the Aston Martin, and he claims 9th place on track. Pinky the fastest lap. He's almost gotten Dylan out of the ERS. I think on Dylan has got no ERS left. I think once they get to next DRS straight, Pinky will be over a second ahead. And that will mean that Dylan will be quite vulnerable to Kuko.
Yeah,
but it will also mean that Pinky has a chance to try and build a 3-second gap to the cars behind and maybe can win this race. Kuko needs to get past Dylan as soon as possible to make sure Pinky does not run away with this race. Although Dylan is not actually that slow. Dylan is doing rather well here, only 1.2 behind. Kuko might even be able to slingshot past Dylan and get back into the ERS of Pinky that way. As Gabri has a little look at Bazooka. Maybe a switchback now onto the back straight. Kuko ahead, burning overtake, but I think he's too far back. I think Dylan is going to stay in 2nd place for another lap here. Kuko doesn't have the run on him, or does he?
He might send it. He does.
And he is gotten... Yes, he has gotten Dylan. He is ahead into P2, and that's crucial for him because it means he can now start chasing after Dylan, after Pinky. Oh, but Dylan's actually fighting him.
Away.
Dylan is coming back at him.
Oh, Bazooka down the inside.
Very opportunity for Bazooka there as he saw his chance, and of course he knows if he wants to win this race, he needs to be the one behind Kuko. But at this point,
2.5.
with all this battling, Pinky is pulling away quite a bit, 2.5 seconds already. As Bazooka and Dylan make contact, Gabri slips through against both of them, maybe? As he's on the inside of the final corner. Oh. Pinky has got 2.8 seconds now. If these guys keep battling, Pinky will get them. Pinky is doing exactly what he needs to do, and he might still win this race. He's gotten 3 seconds now. As Pop Dog goes around against now Dylan. Dylan is now losing places, actually for position as well, as these guys also have penalties. This is what I was fearing for him when he didn't make that pit stop, that he would not be able to hang on to the cars with penalties. Although they actually all had more, but was solid in him. Oh, Pop Dog is all over the place there. Kuko, 3 seconds. It's now Pinky is winning this race.
Ooh,
as it stands, unless Kuko can get back into the 3 seconds of him. As Bazooka and Gabri behind him are fighting for 3rd place. Dylan trying to hang on against Pop Dog for 5th, but Dylan does drop behind here. And now Foltz flying past as well. Foltz up into 6th and maybe past Pop Dog as well here. As they go down into turn 12. The Haas coming out in 5th place there.
Oh,
he forces Pop Dog off track under braking. That is not what you want to see.
That was not a penalty he deserved.
Kuchel is slowed down quite a bit here. And
Bazooka
now...
and Gabri. Oh, green damage for Bazooka.
What is happening here? Why is Kuko slowing down so much? He's lost like 2 seconds to Pinky on this lap. Does Kuko have damage? And here comes Foltz now.
And through comes Foltz. Oh my god.
My god, what a battle this is.
Does Foltz have... What is happening?
And now Pop Dog sends up inside as well. What is happening now? And a massive crash, and that's Bazooka around.
That was bound to happen.
Yeah, that was just complete chaos. I have no idea what's going on here. As Gabri claims 2nd place from Kuko.
I mean, Pinky's won this race now, surely.
Yeah, that gap was massive. Unless he gets another penalty.
Would take a big bottle.
Yeah, he needs to get another track limit penalty, otherwise he's winning. Bazooka retiring from the race now. Yeah, I can't blame him. He's been firmly screwed over there at the end of this race. I don't know what happened. Why did Kuko slow down so much?
That was strange. He was...
His swing is fine, and now that Gabri's there, he does have like a normal amount of pace again.
Yeah, it's a strange one.
And now to the ES, Kuko. Can he reclaim 2nd place against Gabri? They're both burning all the ES they have, of course. Gabri covering the inside line. Kuko is gonna have to try it around the outside. No, actually finds a gap on the inside. Gabri back out to the outside as far as possible. Oh, and Pop Dog!
Oh,
he fully chopped off Foltz, and that was not the cleanest of racing.
The inside line here, but he does get the racing room. And
there we have
right
it. Kuko
well.
back into 2nd. Dylan sends up the inside. Oh, gets stopped on the apex just about. Foltz is round in the middle sector. And so is Pop Dog. Foltz and Pop Dog I think had a crash, and Pop Dog is fired from the session.
Final corners. He has done this restart to perfection, and Pinky's gonna win the US Grand Prix.
But two Ferraris are still fighting to the line. Kuko does get 2nd place from Gabri, Gabri 3rd, and Pinky, while all of that was going on, did his job. He simply pulled away at the front after the restart.
Jumps up to 5th after penalties.
And a beautiful win for Pinky here in COTA.
After it all. Wow.
Pinky is your race winner around the circuit of the Americas. Driver of the day goes to Marcelio. And what a restart from Pinky it's been. He got the lead from Dylan immediately and then just started building the gap. The cars behind started battling. Kuko for some reason had no pace for a lap or two there. And it's allowed Pinky to claim the race win. 2 Ferraris in 2nd and 3rd. A consolation prize for the Tifosi. But they've missed out on the race win. That could have been a 1-2 if Kuko hadn't been that slow for some reason.
To know what happened there.
Yeah, Kuko, Kuko on that lap or two just was so slow, and the gap opened up so much, it's cost both him and Gabri a chance in the race win, and then they battled on the last lap for 2nd place. Dylan even getting involved in the end, that's how much we were battling, despite the old tires for Dylan. And now we have it, your full race results. Pinky takes home the full 26 points of last lap as well, going his way. Kuko in 2nd, Gabri coming home in 3rd, Dylan brought the car home in 4th in the end. Desi jumping all the way up to 5th after all the penalties are applied. Sully in 6th, Marcelio in 7th, Formula 8 within your 9th. Mihai gets a point for Mercedes. Foltz in 11th with 16 seconds of penalties. Lanky Brown 12th, Pop Dog in 13th, Action Rick 14th, Bazooka 15th, and Flavors with a DNF in 16th. Right. Anything to say from your side still?
Well, that was a great race, has to be said. Usually when I come on for Div 2 commentary, there seems to be action-packed racing from top to bottom. And yeah, Pinky drove that race to perfection at the end and got that win through, well, you could say skill, you could say he was gifted by Dylan and Kuko shenanigans, but he is your race winner, and probably fairly so.
Yeah, very well deserved race for Pinky. He's been at the front all race there, and in the end, he did the job he needed to do. He built the gap. And yeah, 26 points going the way of Pinky, and that's him also, I think, claiming championship lead, because Sean had a stinker of a race. He was well ahead of... He was 9 points behind Sean going into this race. He was in 4th place, and I think he's jumped. Oh no, Kuko was 8 points. He's now tied for the championship lead with Kuko, as he was 8 points behind. He's gained 8 points here, and he's jumped both Sony and Sean. So... yeah, Kuko and Pinky leading the championship tied, with Pinky ahead on countback since he's won a race and Kuko has not. So indeed, Pinky has taken the championship lead in the end. And yeah, what a race, what a race. Thoroughly enjoyable from a commentator's point of view. And I hope you had as much fun as we did. I hope to see you again for the next race here in F1 Total on Saturday, the Hungarian Grand Prix in Division 1, 7:30 PM UK, as always. And then of course, we'll be back next week with the Hungarian Grand Prix in Division 2, same time as always. And yeah, seeing all the stuff that happened there at the end, I think we'll be in for a long night of stewarding. So I can't wait for that. Yeah. Thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for supporting the league. Have a nice evening, and goodbye.